I heard that one.
Bliss! Okay, watch out, they're gonna launch it. Here it comes, here it comes.
Keep believing in this house we've been building. Love that we've been making heals our hearts with the healing. Cause I know what I'm meant for, in the place where I belong. Every moment brings me closer to home. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Gonna keep dreaming each day, writing on book. Chapter by chapter, verse by verse and a hook. Lying under that old door, guitar picking.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Convention Center, Courts 15 for the big time matchup. It's A-B matchup, and I'll tell you right now, we have secured a seat in the gold bracket, but the winner gets an extra bye tomorrow. Gleason on the serve receive outside. Fettrell over the block. That looked like a lift. Play on. Munson is there. Stadler in the middle. Jiguashvili sends it back quickly. That's a double contact. Jiguashvili manning the net in a big way. Point Northern Lights. Paige Stadler back to serve. Strong serve, good pass. They're going to come right side. Big swing off the block, picked up by Halbersma. Stadler's going to go back to Halbersma down the line. It's a good one. Halbersma paints the corner for the kill. 2-0 Lights is stroked into the 6, passed up nicely. Here comes a strong side attack. The lefty off the block. Stadler goes down to dig it over. Now here comes Sodak, the lefty from the right side. Munson with the dig. Stadler wants Halbersma. Free ball over. Sent over 2. That's a double contact called once again. Point Northern Lights. And it's 3-0 Northern Lights. Stadler continues at the service stripe. Never make the server work, though, I like to say. Come on, Page, put her in there. Nice serve. Sent up high by Sodak. Middle attack popped over. Halbersma on the dig. Stadler goes all the way outside. Fettrell into the 6. Scrambling is Sodak, and they're going to bring it over free. There it is. Gleason is here. Stadler into the middle. Jiguashvili deep into the 6. Picked up by Sodak. Raw, strong side attack. Doesn't go. Point Northern Lights. Good fast start here. 4-0 Northern Lights on top. Again, winner takes all. And moves on. Plays tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, right here in the Convention Center. Stadler sends it over. Over ball sent back by Fettrell. Good job, Fettrell, staying on her own side of the net. Point Northern Lights, 5-0. Stadler continues at the service stripe. Stadler rockets it into the 6. Good pass in system. Strong side attack by the left-hander sent over, blocked. Now Munson takes the overpass. Outside to Fettrell, big swing off the deflection, scrambling and not coming back for contacts. Point Northern Lights. Northern Lights having great success. That gets a timeout by Sodak. The crowd says Northern Lights as the Lights squad off to a very fast start. 6-0 here in set number 1. To get going right away. Sodak breaks their huddle. And here we go. Stadler into the 6. Great pass in system. Right side attack. Free balled over. Halbersma is there. Stadler with options. Jiguashvili tips into the 4-5. Picked up by Sodak. Strong side attack. Blocked by Jiguashvili. Dominating the net here in first set. It's 7-0 Northern Lights. Can't get ahead of ourselves. Lights started down 7-0 in the first match of the day. Got to keep playing strong. Free ball over, just over the block. Nice job by Fettrell to pick it up. Halbersma from the right side tips into the corner. Dug up by Sodak. Right side attack off the block. Gleason is there. Stadler's going to go outside. Fettrell off the block. Picked up by Sodak. Libero goes strong side. Big swing. Nope. Tipped. Sent back by Jiguashvili. It's another strong side attack. Big swing off the block. Munson comes flying in, but sends it into the ref stand. Point Sodak. They're on the board. Sioux Falls, South Dakota based club. Ready to come at us here. Good serve. A serve rolls off the net cord. That's Kendra Dummett scoring off the ace. Hit the net cord, rolled over for an ace. She'll give it a go again. This one's over. Munson goes down to get it. Sent up high. Halbersma free ball over. Now here comes Sodak. Outside attack. Big swing. Finds the net. Point Northern Lights. 8-2. Northern Lights on top here in set 1. A, B seed in this pool. Both teams have already earned their trip to the gold bracket. Tao sends it over. Good serve. Back row attack coming. No, it's a free ball. Tao is there. Stadler with options. Jiguashvili off the high hands. Picked up in the 6. Here comes Sodak. Strong side. Tip shot blocked. Stadler wants Halbersma. Halbersma deep into the corner. Nice pickup by Sodak. Strong side attack is blocked, but unfortunately out. Point Sodak. 8-3 the score. Back to serve Libero. This is number 6, Lily McKinney. Sends it over. Munson is there. Jigu Ashfali outside. Gleason finds the net. Point to Sodak, and they've cut the lead to 4. McKinney ready to serve, sends it over. It's short. Point Northern Lights. And the Northern Lights lead back up to 5. Munson to serve. 9-4 the score. Munson goes into the 5. Good pass in system. Strong side attack. Tipped over. Stadler is there. Munson's going to go outside to Gleason. Gleason roll shot over the block into the corner. Nice shot. Picked up by Sodak. Middle attack tip. Munson cover. Stadler. Net violation called on Sodak. Went up to block the Stadler attempt. They were in the net, and it's a point Northern Lights. And Munson continues at the service stripe. Good strong serve. Picked up by Sodak. Strong side attack. Roll shot over. Towel to Stadler. Stadler goes back to Halbersma. Halbersma two-hands it over, and here comes Sodak. Roll shot. Just gets over the net. Dante sends it up. Munson wants Gleason. Gleason roll shot into the deep 5. Picked up by McKinney. Middle attack. Big swing. Stadler. Nice dig. Munson wants back row. Stadler. She keeps her feet. Sends it over deep. Here comes Sodak. Middle attack. Pushed over with 2. Munson to Stadler. She goes outside. Gleason off the high hands. And out of here. Point Jenna Gleason and Northern Lights. Gleason, the Lakeville South product, good from the left side, scoring for Northern Lights, and it's 11-4, just like that. Lights back up by 7. Munson to serve. Munson into the 1. Nice pass. Middle attack coming, sent over. Tao is there on the dig. Stadler with options. She wants Halbersma. Halbersma into the gap and scores. Halbersma finds the 5-6 seam, scoring for Northern Lights. Munson continues at the service stripe. 12-4. Munson sends it into the 6. McKinney is there, pushed outside, tipped over. Stadler with the dig. Munson goes to get it. Halbersma's going to wind up and fire down the line. McKinney is there. Here comes Sodak, strong side attack. Big swing off the deflection. Point Sodak. Nice attack there on the left side. Might be by the server, Camrood. I didn't see it, but Camrood's going to serve. Nope, she's a lefty. That wasn't her. Sends it over. Tao is there. Stadler goes back to Halbersma. Cross-court shot. Picked up by Camrood. Joust at the net. Won by Sodak and Gabriella Hirsch. Scoring for Sodak, it's 12-6. Camrood serving the lefty. Cox fires, good serve. Tao, great pass. Stadler's going to go outside. Jenna Gleason, roll shot into the corner. Picked up by McKinney high. Free ball over, there it is. Munson steps in. Stadler with options. Dante in the middle. Big swing. Net in the way. Point Sodak. Camrood, the lefty, continues at the service right, sends it over. Tao up high. Stadler all the way across. Nice set. Gleason steps into it, splits the block, and scores. Great set by Stadler, sending it all the way across, and Jenna Gleason just rips it through the block to the floor for the kill. 13-7. Sakura off the net cord. Nice pickup by Sodak. Two-hander over. Munson is there. Sakura push outside. Gleason down the line. Picked up by Sodak. Free ball coming. Into the net. Point Northern Lights. 14-7. Feel like I'm at a football game. Northern Lights on top. Sikora strolls back to the service stripe. Sikora down the line. Sent up high. Strong side attack. It's over the block. Munson with the dig. Sikora with options. Goes back to Stather down the line. Picked up nicely in the deep 6. Strong side attack. What a shot over the block, over Sikora, and outside of the outstretched arm of a lunging Tau. 14-8. Northern Lights still up by 6. Elise Scott into serve. Scott sends it over. Gleason sends it up high. Sikora outside. Stather steps into it. Finds the net. Point Sodak, and now it's just a 5-point advantage for Northern Lights. Scott continues at the service line. She fires it over. Jenna Gleason sends it up high. Sikora return to center. Gleason from the back row loops it into the 1. Picked up nicely. Strong side attack. Dummett over. Trouble. Down. Point Sodak, and they've cut it to 4. 14-10. Sodak charging back. Elise Scott continues at the service stripe. Need a turnover. Got a break. Point Northern Lights. Maybe we'll give that one to the announcer. Can we do that? Announcer calls for a turnover and we get a service error? I don't know. Jenna Gleason to serve with a 5-point lead, 15-10. Gleason into the 6. Picked up nicely. Middle attack coming. Big swing. Finds the net. Point Northern Lights. 16-10 now. Gleason back to the service stripe. Gleason looking for the line. Finds the net. Point Sodak. Northern Lights by 5. Bella Nelson to serve. Nelson down the line, finds the net. Service error, return of favor, point Northern Lights. This will bring Dante back to serve. Munson will get a break as Jigu Ashvili takes a spot in the middle front. Over on 2, picked up by Sikora. Dante steps in and Stather punches it over. Northern Lights resets. Here comes Sodak. Big swing off the high hands. Gleason with the dig. Sikora goes outside. Fettrell, big swing into the 6. Nice dig on that side. Dummett tips over. Sikora is there. Dante, to Fettrell. She rolls shot over the block. It's tough. And Dummett sends it deep. Gleason with the dig. Back to Stather. Tip shot. Scores! Paige Stather tips her over the block. Into the donut. Point Northern Lights. Dante, I saw a dig, a set, serving, all around good point for Dante. She goes deep into the 5-6. Cut shot over, Fettrell with the dig. Sikora's going to go back to Stather. Stather off the high hands, pumped up by Scott. Here comes Dummett, going for the roll shot, finds the net. Point Northern Lights, 19-11 now. Dante to serve. 8-point lead into the 6. Scott passes it up, but the setter, Hirsch, can't get to it. And we got a timeout on the floor as Northern Lights has reached the red zone, 20-11. And you hear the chant from the supporters. Northern Lights turning around here. 15 White in a top seed matchup as well, not faring as well. They are down 6-18. I can't tell the opponent. It's the AB matchup over there. And the White squad has got a little work to do. Roll shot there, coming back at, blocked back by White. The other team. Oh, stuff block, Northern Lights. Nice job there, earning their 7th point. They still trail by 11. Back to the action we care more about. Not that we don't care about them, but it's 20-11 with Dante serving. Dante into the corner. Picked up nicely. Outside, big swing. It's wide. Point Northern Lights, 21-11 now in set number 1. Dante back to the service stripe. Good serve. Scott's there, fights it off. McKinney helps, struggling as Sodak, and sent over. Dante with the dig. Sakura into Jigurashvili. Nice pickup by McKinney. Good spot. Jenna Gleason gets arms on it, but no second contact. Point to Sodak, despite the point. Northern Lights living in the limelight here in set number 1. They're modern day warriors, living in the spirit of radio. As Sodak rifles the serve over. That's a lefty. Elise Scott. Reagan Rudd rips the serve over, and we send it flying into court 14. Rudd's going to give it another go. This one finds the net. Point Northern Lights, 22-13. Lights on top. Stadler backs back to serve. Needs 3. Stadler into the 6. Sent up high. Second contact even higher. Free ball over. Munson is there. Stadler quickly into Jigurashvili, off the deflection and to the floor. Jigurashvili scoring for Northern Lights, and it's now 23-13. Stadler fires into the 6. McKinney sends it outside. Free ball coming. There it is. It's short. Munson's there. Stadler with options. Outside. Fettrell. Big swing. Punch back over. Fettrell sends it up in the air. Munson over to Helbersma. She steps into it, but worried about running into Stadler. It finds the net, and it's a point to Sodak. 23-14. This is Dummett serving, sends it over. Munson sends an overpass. It's tipped back by the middle. That's Hay. Avery Hay scores for Sodak. Kendra Dummett serving. Good serve. Fettrell, great pass. Stadler outside. Look out. Helbersma, big swing. Pinballs around the block. Finds the floor. Point Northern Lights, and it's 24-15 as Lights gets ready to serve for set number 1. Tao. Appreciate the support there. Free ball coming back. Tao is there. Stadler is going to go outside. Gleason into the campfire. Nice dig. Comes back. Gleason sends it up. Munson gives Gleason another try down the line. Just wide. Point to Sodak. It's 24-16. All right. Northern Lights again on the hook. McKinney to serve, sends it over. Munson's there. Stadler into Jigurashvili. Picked up by Dummett in the back. Sent over on 2. Jigurashvili sends it back. Middle attack coming. Tipped over. Stadler on the dig. Munson goes to Gleason. Gleason over the block. Picked up by Sodak. They're going to come strong side. Launch over the block. Tao is there. Stadler's got options. Stadler wants to go right side. Helbersma. Big swing through the block. To the floor. Point and set number 1 to Northern Lights. They take the first set 25-16. We'll turn our attention quickly over to the 15 White squad. Unfortunately, it's set point against on court 16. I think White has earned its way to the gold bracket, but I'm going to have to look at their pool. Short serve is over. Picked up by White. They're going to go left side attack. Punched over and down. Nice point for 15 White. Here's the tail of the tape here. Both of these teams, as I mentioned, are headed to the gold bracket tomorrow. The advantage of winning this is that you get the number 1 seed, which means you get an hour off. So the loser will play at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning in the gold bracket. The winner will play at 9. It looks like the White squad has gone down in defeat as they're clapping hands, but it didn't look good on the scoreboard. So White is done for the day. Zenon is ready for set number 2. So back to this one here. Oh, I'm going to retract my statement here. So Northern Lights has locked up a gold bracket position. If they win, they will take the number 1 seed, play at 9 o'clock. That's the easy part. The complex part is what happens to Sodak. Northern Lights will be 3-0, and there'll be 3 teams at 1 and 2. And it looks to me like Club North is going to take the 2nd spot and make the gold bracket. That's amazing. Sodak needs to win to earn their way into the gold bracket. Breaking news. Northern Lights is in. Northern Lights is in the gold bracket. So Northern Lights has locked up the gold bracket. Sodak, if they lose, would give that 2nd gold bracket spot likely to Club North. So 3 teams will be 1 and 2, and it goes in percentages, and this is where we talk about you need to win in 2, lose in 3. And I think Club North may take the 2nd seed if Northern Lights dispatches of Sodak. It's a very complex operation here. We run a lean crew, so you're relying on my math. But I think Sodak, if they lose in 2 here, would be 2 and 5, and that would mean they would fall. So Sodak could go all the way to the bottom, bronze bracket, with a 2-set loss. Stadler's going to start set 2 now. In-system pass. They're going to go outside. Free ball over. Fettrell is there. Stadler sends it up to Fettrell. Big swing over the block. Picked up by McKinney, but not coming back. And the first point, set number 2, goes the way of Northern Lights. Stadler continues at the service stripe. We've got a sorry, camera down, had to attend to that. Stadler earns the 2nd point, 2-0 the score, and now Stadler launches into the 6th through the hands, out the back door, point. Paige Stadler on the ace, and Northern Lights up 3-0 off to a very quick start here in set number 2. Stadler rockets it into the 6th, another ace, falls cleanly to the floor, 4-0, and we got the gooseneck going. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but we'll go with it. Paige Stadler having success at the service stripe. Stadler now rockets it into the 5-6 seam. Another ace! I don't know if it's a goose thing or what it is, but the kids are having fun, and that's what it's all about. 5-0. Northern Lights on top. Set 2, and they lead 1-0. That one's into the 6th. Popped up high. Left side attack. Roll shot over. And Lights is going to give it a go with Fettrell slicing into the 1-6 seam. Scores for Northern Lights. Stadler goes down the line. This one's not coming back either. Point, Northern Lights, and Stadler on fire for Northern Lights. Timeout Sodak. I am going to take a break, rest my breath, get a drink. Give you 30 seconds of it might take time.
Trains are leaving on the road. We've all been here before. Make a clean break for heaven's sake. I never know love without a little hate. Oh, oh, oh. A little Conrad,
All right, here we go. Stadler back in. That was a quick timeout. Sent up high. They're going to come right side. Dumb it. Off the net cord into the floor. Nice attack on the right side for the kill. I hope I'm saying names correctly. D-U-M-M-E-T-T. Could be Dumais. I'm not sure, but she's going to serve. Sent over. Munson sticks with it to Stadler. Stadler all the way across to Halbersma. Looped into the back. Nice pickup by Sodak. Middle attack over the block. Stadler goes down to get it and send it back over. Now here comes Sodak from the strong side. Tip down the line. Finds the line. Point. Sodak. Nice spot there. Catches the outside of the chalk. Right in front of the Lights bench. For the kill. Dumais, very good Dumais. Halbersma from the left side finds the net. Point Sodak. And here they come. Lights up 7-2 moments ago. Now they're up 7-1. Now 7-3. They're up by 4. Munson to Stadler outside. Halbersma. This time it's over the net, but it's also over the block and also over the baseline, and it's a point. Sodak, and now down just 3. Dumais sends it over. Gleason is there. Stadler goes back to Fettrell. She free balls it over. Look out. Here comes Sodak. Strong side attack. Big swing is over the block. Gleason with the dig. Munson back to Stadler. She hops and sends it over. Here comes Sodak from the right side. The lefty hits a bomb. Nice job by Fettrell. Munson one-hander over, and it's in play. Middle attack coming. Tip shot over. Gleason goes down to get it. Stadler wants Fettrell. Fettrell punches across court. Nice pickup by Sodak. Right side attack. Blocked by Halbersma. Picked up by Sodak. Left side attack. Tipped deep into the corner. Gleason is there. Stadler goes outside. Halbersma lunges in and tips it over. Picked up by Sodak. Right side. Left-handed attack. Gleason gets a hand on it. Falls to the floor, but it's a successful kill for Sodak. Long point there. Won by Sodak. Lights had him on the ropes, but they're battling back. Look out. Here they come. Dumais sends it over. Halbersma sends it up. Jigu Ashfali into the back row. Fettrell free ball over. Lights need to get something put together here. Strong side attack. Big swing off the block. Munson with the dig. Stadler hustles over. Halbersma into the 6. Picked up. Middle attack coming. Tip. Nope. Blocked by Jigu Ashfali. And Jigu Ashfali wins the joust and scores. Jigu Ashfali owning the net for Northern Lights. Point Northern Lights. Great job changing the service team there as Northern Lights now will serve up 3 with Tao. Tao rips it into the 6, sent up high. Free ball, roll shot down the line. Tao goes out to get it. Munson sends it up high. Gleason off the high hands, picked up by Sodak. Strong side attack, tip into the corner. Tao there. Stadler with options. Wants Gleason. She steps into it. Cross court winner. Gleason rips it for the kill. And now Northern Lights working 9 to 5. Ain't got no time for living because they're working all the time. 4-point lead. Tao, good serve, sent up high. Free ball coming, two-hander over. Gleason is there. Stadler with options. Wants Halbersma. Halbersma tip. Picked up by Hammond. Strong side attack over the block. Tao is there. Stadler wants Halbersma again. Tip shot again. Picked up again by Hammond. Middle attack coming. Big swing. Just a bit wide. It didn't miss by much, but it was indeed wide, and it's a point Northern Lights. 10-5 the score. Tao to serve. Tao rips it into the 6. Sent up high by Hammond. Strong side attack. Into the block and down. Nice job on the strong side attack. That's Bartman scoring for Sodak. Back to service. Hay sends it off the deflection into an empty court 16. That one's still going. That's going to reach court 23. Good hustle. Picked up at the wall. Sent over the fence. cut off by Ellie Fettrell. Fettrell's going to relay it to Munson. And we're back in play. Avery Hay with the ace serve. Down 3. Hay sends it over. Gleason there. Good pass. Stadler returned to center. Gleason down the line. It's wide. Point Sodak, and they just won't go away. 10-8. Northern Lights up by 2. Lead 1-0. Hay up and over. Munson is there. Stadler into the middle. Jigu Ashvili tip. Picked up. Look out. Right side attack. Big swing down the line. It's a good one. Very good attack by the lefty, Kamrud. And now Sodak serving to tie this up in set number 2. After trailing big. Hay sends it over short. Munson goes down to get it. Can't come up with it. Ace serve. 10-10. The Herkster point. We're back to square in set number 2. Timeout, Northern Lights. What a comeback by Sodak. They're down 1-0. Northern Lights goes up 7-2, and they come storming back and have tied it with an 8-3 run. And they've got some momentum. Northern Lights needs a turnover right here, right now. Goes without saying. Hay to serve. She's been on a run. She sends it over. Munson is there. Good pass. Stadler with options. Goes to Gleason. Finds the net. Point Sodak. Sodak continues their momentum. They now to serve once again. To the side. Tao, good pass. Stadler outside. Gleason down the line. Picked up. Here comes Sodak. Strong side attack. Tip shot over. Tao is there. Stadler with options on 2. Picked out of the campfire. Nice job. Free ball coming. It's over. Tao is there. Stadler goes outside. Gleason up. Tip. Picked up. Scrambling. Tao sends it over into the 6. Here comes Sodak. Right side attack. Look out off the high hands. Munson with the dig. Stadler goes outside. Halbersma. Big swing. Not down yet. What a play by Sodak. Tao. Stadler. Jigu Ashvili picked up by Sodak. The team is flying right now. Tip shot. Munson. Good scramble by Lights, and they get the point. Holy cow, was that an awesome play by Jenna Gleason. She got the hand closed. If she's got the open hand and doesn't hit it off the heel of her hand, that's a lift. The referee saw it very clearly and signaled, and we got the Dave Koenig point, an important point for Lights to take that last one. 11-11. Ace serve! Munson make it 12-11. Boy, how momentum shifts in the game of volleyball. 12-11. Lights up by 1. Good strong serve. Not coming back. Back-to-back aces. Greta Munson. 13-11. Munson back to serve. She's ready to go once again. She goes into the 1. Good serve. Scrambling a bit. Strong side attack. It's blocked. Not coming back. Stuff block. Dante. Point. Northern Lights. We'll give the assist to Halbersma there. They were both there. Regardless, it's a point. 14-11. Good little run by Munson to answer the Sodak run. Middle attack coming. Tip. No, not a tip. A rocket. Overpass by Stadler. Comes back on the Light side, and the Sodak team with high energy here as the lefty Kamrud is going to go back to serve. Pounds the ball on the ground, holds it high, and there's the shot. Tao, great pass. Stadler back to Halbersma. Halbersma blocked, but picked up by Munson. Stadler on 2. Picked up by Kamrud. She goes down. Hopefully she's okay. Tip over. Tao goes down to get it. Stadler sends it up high. Dante, one-hander over. Smart move rather than setting it. Over on 2. Tao is there. Let's use it. Stadler all the way across. Gleason, tip. Oh, it's played Strong side attack sent over. Munson with the dig. Stather again to Gleason. Gleason this time, big swing. Finds the net. Point, Sodak. 14-13. Sodak high energy here in set number 2. Lights holding on. 1 point lead. Comrade sends it over. Munson goes down to get it. Stather into the middle. Dante, big swing! It's good! Nope. It's overruled. It was out. Looked out to me as well. And we're knotted at 14. 14-14. The Honorable James D. Wellbrock point. Sodak with confidence and momentum. Comrade sends it over. Gleason sends it out of play. Ace serve. Point Sodak, and they lead now 15-14. Sodak up 1 with momentum. Kamrud serving. The lefty lets it rip again. Tau sends it up high. Good pass. Back to Halbersma. Halbersma deep 6. It's long. Point Sodak once again. Lights can't find anything on the offensive side. Who wants it? Looking for an aggressive serve. Kamrud sends it over again. Tau, good pass. Stadler on 2. Into the campfire. Stadler ends the run and gets the ball back to Northern Lights. Halbersma will get a break. Sakura into serve. Sakura's down 1 as Sodak is taking control of set 2. Sakura into the 5-6. Passed up perfectly. Middle attack. Big swing. Sakura with the dig. Munson's going to go outside. Gleason from the back row sends it into the 6. Here comes Sodak. Middle attack coming. Big swing through the block and to the floor. Boy, you can just see the change in the Sodak squad as they are firing on all cylinders. 17-15. Lights needs an answer. Elise Scott back to serve, sends it over. Munson is there. Sakura with options into the middle. Dante into the block. No block. It was the net. Point Sodak. Sodak up 3. Scott, the lefty. Nope, not the lefty. Finds the net. Boy, a break for Northern Lights there. They still trail by 2. They've got a ways to go. Fettrell checks in. Tau will get a break. Gleason sends it into the 1-6 seam. Passed up, sent over. Fettrell is there. Sakura wants Stadler. Stadler rips it cross court. Nice dig by Comrade. Back row attack. Scott sends it up and over. Gleason calling out. I thought the ball was going to clip her finger as she was going out. It landed long, and Gleason now looking to tie this up at 18. Good serve, trouble. Free ball coming. Is it coming? I don't think it is. Ace serve, Jenna Gleason, and we're knotted up at 18. Good bounce back from Northern Lights. Gaining a little momentum of their own. This would be a good one to take the lead. Gleason, good strong serve. Nice pass and system. Strong side attack coming. Big swing. It's long. Point Northern Lights. Gleason gets up after calling along. She's sprawled. And we get a timeout on the floor. Now Sodak wants to talk it over. And there's the crowd chant, Northern Lights. One says Northern, the rest say Lights. We got a thriller here on court 15. 16 empty. They're done for the night. This is kind of nice. We're roughly on schedule. Not often does that happen. And now here comes Gleason out of the timeout. Up 1, 19-18. Gleason to serve. Into the 6. It's a good serve. The pass is a little bit off. Scrambling is Sodak. Sent over by 2. Double contact. Thankfully double contact because there was no one there to receive it for Northern Lights. Point Northern Lights. They've won the race to 20. They've entered the red zone, needing 5 to take set 2 in the match. Gleason, good serve. Nice pass and system. Dumais over the block, and Sikora can't get to it. Point, Sodak. Ball from court 14 came rolling over. Send that one back. Now libero Hammond to serve. She punches it over. Munson there, perfect pass. Sikora into the middle. Dante over the block. Net's bouncing. They're in the net. Not called. The net's still bouncing. Sikora's going to go outside. Fettrell, big swing through the block. Nice dig in the back row. Free ball coming. There it is. Gleason to Sikora. Sikora back to Stadler. Big swing. It's wide. Point. Sodak. I can see clearly now, 20/20 vision. We're racing to 5 here in set number 2. Is Hammond sends it over. Munson sends it up high. Sikora hustles after it. Fettrell steps into a cross-court winner. Ellie Fettrell stomps her foot on the floor. Great attack into the deep 5. And Northern Lights has a 1-point advantage. Dante at the service stripe. She's had some success. Dante into the 6. Good serve, good pass. They're in system. Middle attack. It's a good one, and it's to the floor cleanly. And we've got the blackjack point, 21-21, and now we're racing to 4 here in set number 2. Regan Rudd in to serve. The lefty up and over. Munson sends it up high. Fettrell's going to chase it down. Munson free ball over. Here comes Sodak. Strong side attack. Big block. Tipped over. Oh no! Sikora went down to get it. Jigu Ashvili instinctively got a hand on it and popped it right over Sikora. And now Sodak has the lead. 22-21. Rudd at the service stripe. The lefty up. The lefty over. Gleason is there. Sikora outside. Fettrell. Big time swing. Nice dig by Sodak. Struggling. Sent over to Munson. Sikora. Again to Fettrell. Again to the floor. No, not to the floor. A great dig. But it then goes down to the floor. And Fettrell pounds both hands downward. Celebrating another kill. Point. Northern Lights. Deuces wild here. Set number 2, 22-22. Stadler sends it over. Passes up. Strong side attack. The lefty sends it over. Munson goes down to get it. Jigu Ashvili sends it to Fettrell. She rolls shots over. Here comes Sodak. Strong side attack. It's over off the block. Stadler picks it up. Sent up in the air and over by Jigu Ashvili. Boy, you don't draw that one up. But Jigu Ashvili, platform dig midway through the net, somehow off the net cord and down for the kill. 23-22. Stadler into the 5-6. Good pass in system. Right side attack. Dumais to the floor. Kill. 23-23. Next team to lead by 2 wins set number 2. Northern Lights is in a side-out, serve-out situation. Dumais back to serve. Dumais with the serve. Gleason goes down to get it. Stadler outside. Helbersma, big time swing! Helbersma drops the hammer. The left-hander absolutely destroys it into the 6. And now Tao will come in serving for set number 2 and the match. Tao up. Here we go. Trouble. Not coming back. Ace serve, Alba Tao. Round of beverages to her, and Northern Lights takes set number 2, 25-23. What a thriller. As relief all around, you can see in the gym. Northern Lights jumps out big in set number 1, or in set number 2. And kudos to Sodak for blasting back and putting a lot of pressure in the system. So what does this mean? It means Northern Lights takes the number 1 seed. They'll play tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. in the gold bracket. And kudos to the squad. The worst they can do at this point is tie for 5th. The best they can do is 1st overall in the 15 Classic, 15 Select division. What a thriller we had here. Thanks for joining us. I don't know if maybe we'll get a word from any players or coaches. Huge shout out to the Halbersmas, that's hard to say, for chaperoning this event. It is not an easy task to keep the girls on schedule, rested, well fed, and all in all good spirits. So thank you to the Halbersmas for doing that, and apologies for the butchering. Good job by the team today. 3-0 again. They are 6-0 on the tournament and having a fantastic tournament. You can see the huddle. Smiles all around so far. We got another day to play though. 3-day tournament, President's Day Championship. We got gold bracket coming up tomorrow. We don't yet know who will play, but what we do know is they're in the gold bracket, and apparently we're going to take some pictures here. I don't think the tournament's over yet, but hey, we'll get the pictures out of the way before the chaos erupts tomorrow. 6-0, in good shape, and ready for gold bracket action tomorrow. The final results are not in, but let's head there and see if we can see anything. We'll be on court 14 directly to our left. And we will play Nebraska Juniors 15 Gray. Nebraska Juniors 15 Gray is the opponent. The bad news for us in that scenario is Nebraska Juniors 15 Gray, as we just knocked off White 25-21, 25-12. So we'll have our work cut out for us, but the good news is we have made the gold bracket. Starting from a seed of 14, we are in the top 8 and looking for more. Excellent job by the squad today. We'll see if we got any, see if anyone wants to come talk to us. We can take call-ins if you're out there listening and you want to dial in. Just call 651-340-6178, 651-340-6178, and I think if the technology is working, we can put you on the air. And if you're calling from with a certain friend in mind, we can maybe get that player or coach or individual. Could be a fan too. I suppose we could put fans on the air. Thrilling day of action, thrilling 2 days of action. Excellent work by Northern Lights 15 Xenon. Again, phone number one more time, 651-340-6178 if you'd like to call in. I'll put on some Chad Johnson music, let you listen to that, and see if we get any players who want to talk. This is called Neon Lights.
Time I look at you, it breaks my heart. Don't even care how much you tore me apart. Day after day, I'm just making my way to the light. Oh, the light.
All right, we are in fact joined by a player. Excellent job today, Ms. Halbersma. You were really swinging that left arm with authority in set number 2. What changed for you?
I think there was just like so much energy. Like there was a lot of energy yesterday, but I feel like today we just had like a lot of energy, and that helped us really pull out all the wins today.
You guys have been playing fantastic the past 2 days. You get into this match, you take the first set in pretty convincing fashion. Second set, you get up like 7-2, and all of a sudden, back they come storming back.
Yeah.
Were you guys worried?
I think we were a little bit worried, but I think we all knew we could beat them, and like we just had to like really try and use like all that energy stuff.
So we saw you have success both on the left side, which is a much harder shot for a left-hander, and on the right side. Tell us how you approach attacks differently on each side of the court.
I don't really know. I feel like on the outside, I just like really like the set if it's like really far out to the antenna, then I can just like swing really hard. But if it's in a little more, I just mostly like try and tip it because I can't like really get to that ball that well.
Well, you did a great job on both sides, and 6 matches, 6-0 you are in this tournament so far in 2 days. That's got to take a lot out of your body. How have the chaperones been?
They're really good.
Good answer. Your parents chaperoning, huge thank you to them.
Yeah.
I know how hard it is, but congratulations on being 6-0. Gold bracket tomorrow. You're a top 8 finishing team. Go get it done.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Carson Halbersma joining us live after going 6-0. And I think we're lining up some additional players. All right. Okay, I've been working on it a little bit. Giguashvili.
Giguashvili.
Gi.
Yeah.
Gi, not G. Gi.
Yeah.
Giguashvili.
Yeah.
Dang it. All right, well, I'll try to work on that
Yes.
for tomorrow. Because you're playing tomorrow in the gold bracket.
Yes.
Tremendous job
Thank you.
throughout this tournament. You have taken over the middle, both blocking and attacking.
Thank you.
So what has changed for you in the game? Anything? Or are you just
Definitely
playing?
like my blocks. I feel like I've been closing them more, especially since the start. And I feel like our team's energy also changed for me because at the start we were very awkward and kind of like in between. But now we're just together and we play as one rather than one for all.
Well, you're playing as one in a very good way.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, I believe, I don't know this for sure, but your father has told me you may have some viewers from way across the sea. Is there
Yes,
anything you'd like to say?
I love you, Roma, and I love all my people there. Malik Nachaut.
Awesome. I'm not sure if they're watching right now, but
They'll watch in the morning.
They'll watch in the morning.
Because
Okay.
they're 10 hours away.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's they're probably not up right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
Huge
you.
performance.
Thank you.
You've had 6 matches, 6-0. You've got to get up tomorrow 9 a.m.
Yes.
and take down.
Yes. I don't
next team.
know who we're taking down,
Well,
but
I can tell you who you're going to take down.
thank you.
Teen Gray.
Okay. Yeah,
so
we got
set your
that.
sights. Go to bed tonight. Think
Yeah.
good things about taking down Nebraska juniors.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Congratulations on a fantastic performance.
Yes.
Your play in the middle has been spectacular,
Thank
and I look
you.
forward to more tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right.
Have a
Very
nice
good.
night.
Yep. Thank you. And that is the big middle. Hana Giguashvili. I'm going to have to continue to work on it. Let's see. I'm looking around. I don't know. I think I just got the word that food is waiting. So after 6 matches, being 6-0, I will grant them that. Thank you for joining. And look forward to tomorrow, 9 a.m. scheduled start. We'll be right to our left here, court 14. And we'll take down Nebraska Juniors 15 Gray. Huge thank you to Sam McKay at Easy Reels for the platform, Chad Johnson music that you've been listening to all day, all tournaments. And my good friend Dr. James D. Welbrock. He's been in and out providing feedback on the broadcast. And so we are trying to get some fans on the line for you. No, we got shut down. Okay. Dr. James D. Welbrock, Chad Johnson Music. The Northern Lights Volleyball Club has been very good to our family over the years, and I have the utmost respect. So thank you very much to the executive producer of the show, Kara Spoladoro, for staying on top of the score and making sure things are operating. Linda Bakehouse is out there, I know, and if something goes awry, she'll be sure to let us know. So thank you for joining us. Good night from Omaha, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. One of my favorite Chad Johnson Music songs, Brick by Brick, as I start to clean up.
I'm gonna keep believing in this house we've been building. Love that we've been making helps our hearts with healing. Cause I know what I'm meant for, in the place where I belong. Every moment brings me closer to home. Brick by brick, yeah, ball by ball, better than the day before. Brick by brick, yeah, ball by ball, every day love you more. Gonna keep dreaming, each day writing our own book. Chapter by chapter, verse by verse and hook. Lying under that old door, guitar picking the notes that we wrote. You're the ice cream in my heart, root beer flow. Brick by brick, yeah, ball by ball, better than the day before. Brick by brick, yeah, ball by ball, every day love you more. Right next to yours where I lay my head. All my dreams wrapped with you in this bed. You say I'm life's biggest surprise, and I say likewise.